Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a video for Mr. Hudak. As you can see, this is our wind damage shingle right here. It is 60 degrees today. It's pretty windy, so some of the chalk is flying off. We got our wind damage shingle. I am the only one on the roof today, so I got my tripod set up and I got my replacement shingle right there. So as you can see, Mr. Hudak has already previously done repairs to his roof with all the damage that has happened over the years. His roof is just way past its life expectancy and isn't really holding up as it should be. You got some ripped shingles down there, creased shingles over here, another creased shingle, another patch repairs, another ripped shingle. He's been trying to tar it up just so he doesn't get any leaks. But yeah, guys, we got a tarp over here. He had a previous leak. So Mr. Hudak's roof is just way past his life expectancy. See, it's real brittle shingle. So we're going to be conducting the repair today. Just take a good look at the workspace area. This is our damaged shingle again. Wind damage shingle. It's already lifting up. So you can see, I can tell that this is the end of the seam. It looks like the seam ends right there compared to the rest. This is the other end. So just to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to go ahead and do the liberty of marking my workspace area. Again, this is just so I keep track. Before I set this up in the tripod, let's take another closer look. Oop. Mark the wrong spot over here on the left side. Alright. Get a look at that workspace area before we get started on this repair. Alright. Now let's go ahead and get started. Again, I'm the only one on the roof, so I will be setting this up in my tripod. Make sure I got a good angle for you guys. Make sure you can see everything. Alright. So the tools I'm going to be using to conduct this repair, got our standard crowbar with a P-hook on the end. Really love this tool. Just allows me to lift up the shingles and go in there, one nail, one hand, just pop the nail right up. You can see it's way smoother than our roof snake. If we were to unpry the shingles with this tool, we just do some serious damage. It's a real thin tool, lets you unseal the shingles without having any issues. But we'll be using this to hammer our nails back in without lifting them more than 40 degrees. And then you also have our standard hammer. So now that I've displayed the tools, I'm going to go ahead and start by conducting a repair. So this is our wind damage shingle. This is already lifting. No need to unseal this. You can see. Let's go ahead and start by unsealing the shingle now. Alright, so I keep my palm down, fingers up in the air as I cut away from the tar. Alright, head from that. Good. Really this next row. Keep my fingers up in the air. Real windy, guys. You might hear me sniffling a little bit. Real windy day. Got it. Last part. time for the last row. Go in there, check if we have a mat transfer. Good. Last one. Finish up in the air. And we're all good. So now that I've unsealed everything, let's go ahead and start by removing the nails. Now notice as I lift up the shingle, I lift it up with one finger. The rest of my fingers are up in the air. If need be, I'll rest them on the shingle above. Never the same shingle. I won't be lifting it more than 30 degrees here. So this nail did pop out, just went in at an angle. Got that right out. Some of these nails are a little deeper and tougher to get out. I'm gonna do my best to remove all these nails without using unnecessary force. Just lifting up the nails. Alright, so this one's a little deeper. I'm gonna have to go in with the long side. And I'm just using enough force just to make sure that the nails are being lifted up. I'm seeing tons of granule loss already, guys. Like I mentioned, his roof is just a real grainy, brittle roof right now. So just from removing these nails, I am seeing a bit of granule loss. So this nail is actually embedded all the way in, and the hole is just all the way through. So won't have to remove that nail. So these nails are actually a lot tougher to remove than I thought they would be. Whew. Not to mention that they're all rusted. Again, I'm not lifting the shingle more than 30 degrees. I'm using just enough force to get the nails out. This is a double. See if I can go in. Yep. It's too deep. So I'm gonna have to go in there with the long side. And this is just not the standard depth that you're supposed to put in nails. They are deeper than normal, which is why I do have to use this longer side. And they're all rusted out. Give me a really hard time just getting to remove them. I ain't seen a bit of granule loss. lifting more than 30 degrees. Some of these are just a little tougher to get out. Now that I got all these nails removed, let's go ahead and remove our damaged shingle. As you can see, some of the nail holes are way bigger than the nail itself. This is our damaged shingle, just hanging on there by a thread. Now that we got a close look at our damaged shingle, let's go ahead and start by placing our new shingle. And again, I took my time removing the shingles, used as little as force as I could. Some of them were just deeper than the others, and some of them were just embedded. Yeah, so sorry, just a little windy, but yeah, some of them were just deeper than the others and just harder to get out in general. But I didn't use any unnecessary force, any more than I had to, just to remove those nails. So now that we got our new shingle in place, let's go ahead and start hammering the nails back in. I'm not going to be using the same nails simply because they're just all rusted out. I do have replacement nails. Go ahead and start by going right to left. Lift it up just enough to get the roof snake underneath. Now, again, this roof snake allows us to lift up the shingle no more than 40 degrees. Start by hammering in and actually getting the nail to embed to the plywood. I am putting these in new holes, not the same holes for obvious reasons. So that is the first nail. Lift it up, one finger, the rest of my fingers are up in the air. I am hammering just enough to make sure we get through the deck. Looks like this one went in at an angle. Just gonna go ahead and remove that one. That in. On to the next nail. You can see I'm not hammering too hard, but but I am seeing a bit of more granule loss. And it's a real brittle shingle. Last row. Fingers up in the air. Last nail. Alright. So now that we got all our nails in and we got our new shingle in, let's go ahead and take a closer look. Okay. As you can see, this is our new shingle that we installed, and it looks like as a direct result of repair, you can see creasing here, 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 and here as well. All right, let's get a better good look at that. So this is our new shingle that we installed. You can see this is a direct result from conducting the repair on Mr. Hudak's roof. It's just way past its life expectancy. The shingle is real brittle. Just all this granule loss. As you can see, we've already repaired his roof previously. Well, not us, but Mr. Hudak has repaired his roof previously. He just keeps running into these same issues. So if we continue to repair his roof, not only are we going to do more harm than good, but he's going to keep running into the same issues, especially with all this granule loss, just how brittle the shingle is. So I'm going to be considering this repair a failed repair. And again, I didn't hammer more than I had to, just enough to get through the decking. And with how deep the nails were embedded, I didn't use them more force than necessary. This is just a result from conducting the repair, and we've done more harm than good. Thank you guys for taking the time out to watch the video. You have a blessed day.